sharpen words like kitchen knives, polished dull with sleepless nights. Coffee's cold, the moon still bleeds. I'm drafting ghosts that no one reads. Each line I birth is stitched with pain, in margins smudged by phantom rain. My desk a chapel for the flawed, where silence echoes louder than God. The keys are stiff, they moan my name like old regrets with newer shame. Ribbon tangled, ink runs dry, yet I still write, though I don't know why. A raven taps against the sill, as if it knows I'm standing still. Each tap a pulse, a metronome, for all the tales I'll never own. Black ink and typewriter keys compose the hymns of tragedies. No page can hold the weight I keep, but I write instead of weep. My thoughts are loud, my voice is faint. I bleed in serif, prose and pain. In this machine I disappear, a girl who screams but no one hears. The paper curls like paper skin, thin and torn from truths within. I miss the days I didn't care about the end or being there. I press too hard, my hands go numb. Each click a beat, a hollow drum. And if I vanish in the prose, at least I'll die in words I chose. I never asked to be this deep. I only wrote to fall asleep. But sleep has teeth and dreams have claws, and every plot reveals a flaw. Black ink and typewriter keys sing me down with crooked peace. I don't believe in right or real, just haunted lines and how they feel. So I'll keep typing in the dark, each letter lit by phantom spark, till dawn forgets to rise again, and I become a poem unsent. Moonlight stitched to my bones, silver secrets buried in zodiac tones. My shadows fluent in ancient spite, I sting before I learn to bite. You want the truth, it's rarely clean, a poison heart wrapped in black sateen. I hold my love in venom flasks and kiss like someone wearing masks. I keep a list of almost carved on candles burnt and tarot scarred. The stars aligned then split apart, a cosmic joke on fragile hearts. Don't follow me if you fear the dark. I sleep beneath where angels bark. My loyalty is raw, untrimmed, but betrayal makes my halo dim. Scorpio rising in my veins, wears pain like pearls in phantom chains. I build my walls from glass and flame, so if you stay, you earn my name. I won't be soft, I won't be sweet, but I will burn where others weep. this tame, but too little for someone to claim. My hands are spells, my breath's a sin. I bruised before I let you in. I am the dusk before your dawn, the quiet storm that lingers long. I don't forgive the way I should, but I remember I always would. You won't survive the tides I keep, my ocean rage, my secrets deep. But if you float or if you dive, I swear I'll keep your ghosts alive. Scorpio rising, pulse and ash, I crave the truth and cut through flesh. Hold me wrong and I will haunt, but love me real, I'll give you one. I'm not your cure, I'm not your prize, I'm just the fire behind your eyes. So if you stay scarred and true, I'll sting the world to shelter you. Don't mistake the silence for safety. It's just me, waiting to choose. I don't need a crowd to spin, my ghosts arrive when night begins. No hand to hold, no eyes to please, I sway with shadows on my knees. The chandelier hums lullabies, my dress stitched up with old goodbyes. I twirl alone in candles' breath, a dance rehearsed with parts of death. Curtains whisper like they know the girl who waltzes far below. Her heart a cracked ceramic bowl, her feet a prayer with no control. Mirrors echo what I've lost, each step a memory double cross. I smile at ghosts in crooked grace, their silence holds a warmer place. Dancing with the shadows now, no need for light, I take my vow. Their quiet steps know all my sins, they bow and no one else begins. They never ask, they never leave, they hold me when I don't believe. A twisted waltz, a sacred art, with every turn I fall apart. The clock forgot to chase the time, its hands asleep in crooked rhyme. I move through echoes stitched in black, a rhythm born of what I lack. They never mock the way I break, they mirror pain I dare not fake. No judgment here, no hollow cheer, just haunted grace that draws me near. Let others chase their neon fame, I built a ballroom from my shame. And in the hush where spotlights died, the shadows taught me not to hide. Dancing with the shadows now, I dip beneath their silent brow. They lead with hands I cannot see, but know the rhythm inside me. They whisper truths I can't escape, that light is just another shape. So let me spin, let no one know, this is the love I never show. I don't dance for the living, they never move the way shadows do. Shouldn't have noticed the crack in my voice, the way I retreat when the world's too moist. You looked too long when I looked away, and now your kindness makes me fray. You smiled at things I kept in boxes, tied with thread and old paradoxes. I built my fortress with dry sarcasm, you brought flowers to my chasm. You listened close when I lied low, heard silent things I didn't show. You asked if I was truly fine. I changed the subject, read the sign. I warned you with my lack of need, but you still stayed to watch me bleed. I cracked a joke to block your grace, and you still held my broken face. You shouldn't have cared. I'm better off in the dark, unprepared. I never asked to feel this scene. You entered places left unclean. Now I can't hide the softer part, the one I caged, the trembling heart. I wish you left, I really do, before I learned to feel you too. You remembered things I forgot on purpose, traced every silence like it was a surface. You made a home in my detachment, broke the glass with no entrapment. Now I flinch at warmth that feels sincere. I've trained myself to disappear, but you stayed and didn't flinch. You made my shadows lose their pinch. Da, 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 da. Don't make me soft, I beg in vain. I'll break you slowly with my strain. And when I vanish mid-embrace, remember I warned you of this place. You shouldn't have cared. It's not your job to make me spared. But now you haunt my every breath. You stitch me back, but I fear death. Because once I love, I lose my war, and I was safer than before. So take your grace, just leave your ghost. I love you best from far, almost. You should have left the second I laughed. That was the first crack. My bones remember thunder well, cracks from where the silence fell. Each vertebra a frozen scream, stacked like stones inside a dream. They say I stand too tall for pain, but I grew from broken spines and rain. I stitched my back with raven's thread, each feather dipped in words unsaid. The world mistook my quiet for ease, but strength can hide in shattered knees. I never bowed, I just bent slow, until my sorrow learned to grow. My shadow walks a step ahead. It knows the rooms where I have bled, and every scar I dare not show becomes the root from which I glow. This is my raven spine, bent by grief but still divine. I carry storms where angels fear, and still I vintage mask. It pinched my ribs, it dulled my grin. A costume I don't fit within. They said I'd glow if I just behaved, but I only burn when I misbehave. I keep my weird like wine in jars, let it age beneath my scars. I painted inside all their lines once, bled out color with every response. They called it calm, I called it dead. A coffin dressed in pastel thread. I spit small talk like it's arsenic, swallow every polite trick. Give me silence, give me freak, give me language no one speaks. There's no room for normal here. My house is built on chandelier fear. I keep the strange like sacred dust. No mold can hold what I entrust. Don't ask me to tone it down. I rise in lace, I sleep in crown. If you want mild, go knock next door. I serve storms with velvet pour. I kiss in metaphors and metaphysics, cry in poems, dream in cynics. My love is not a scripted scene, it's wildfire wrapped in gasoline. I laugh at rules with crooked grace. I dance off beat and leave no trace. What they call odd, I call release. I spell my joy in lowercase p's. Let the beige ones file their days. I'll paint my chaos in louder ways. If life's a room with pristine walls, I'll carve the door with velvet brawls. No room for normal in this skin. I broke the frame, then climbed within. My strangeness isn't some disguise. It's roots, it's bones, it's how I rise. So if you're lost and weird like me, there's always space beneath my tree. We don't fix what they call flaw, we just let it bloom raw. I didn't come to fit the shape, I came to unmake the mold. I laid my soul on silver trays under moonlight, surgical gaze. No gloves, no mask, just tender hands to cut through pain. I misunderstand, my chest unzipped with quiet ease, releasing years I felt to freeze. No screaming here, just scalpel breath. This is an autopsy for the parts I left. Each organ pulses memories, wrapped in gauze of old unease. A bruised heart beats in spite of me, still whispering songs I thought were free. I trace old wounds with gloved regret, mark each lie I tried to forget. Why did you stay? Carved near my spine, a question shaped in crooked line. Moonlit autopsy, no need to cry, just chart the damage, classify. A crack here, a burn there, proof that I've been more than air. Don't mourn the mess or clean the slate. This is the body grief creates. In every scar I find a name and stitch myself a softer flame. I hold my lungs like quiet proof that I survived without the truth. I bled in rooms where no one knocked. Now silence feels like something locked. autopsied under moonlight's glow. Moonlit autopsy, don't close me yet. I haven't finished the regret. Let every tear become a tool to measure how the ache still rules. This isn't death, it's just repair. In open air, I'm almost there. I'll rise not new but deeply known, a haunted girl with softer bones. No need for flowers, just moonlight and truth. You came with lanterns in your chest, lit corners I had long suppressed. You called me soft, I called you blind. You saw a soul I'd left behind. I laughed too loud, you stayed too kind. Ignored the thorns around my mind. You named it love, how dare you try. I built this life so none ask why. Don't trace your fingers on my scars. They're maps to places dark and far, where kisses bloom and then decay, and every vow just rots away. You held my face like holy text, but I'm the curse that love infects. You touched a wound I'd kept in glass. Now silence grows where us could pass. Don't call it love, it's something worse. A spell, a snare, a gentle curse. It feeds on hope, then leaves you dry. It sings in truth, then ends in lie. I don't want warmth, I've known the price of hearts that bloom, then turn to ice. So hold me back, don't hold me dear. I'm only safe when love's not near. Fake the calm with every touch, pretend I don't feel half as much. But when you breathe, I break in halves and curse the way you always laugh. You speak like poems, soft and free, but I'm a page that shouldn't be. Don't read me whole, I'll tear apart. Some truths collapse beneath the heart. I've seen love turn the strong to ash. Watch promises dissolve like flesh. So if you care, then run instead before I make your daylight dead. Don't call it love, it's not that sweet. It leaves you numb and incomplete. I never asked to feel this curse, to want the thing I feared the worst. So let me go while you still shine, before your heart forgets its mind. Don't stay, don't fix, don't heal or try. Just say you felt me, then say goodbye. She wears the morning on her sleeves, in knitted suns and cotton leaves. Her voice is glitter in my tea. I'm just static on TV. She says my black on black is bold. Her colors clash but still look gold. She hums while brushing tangled fade. Dye her storms and show up late. Her laughter rings like dancing spoons, too loud, too soft like pastel moons. She sticks love notes on bathroom glass while I rehearse my slow collapse. She hugs like thunder, fast and full. I flinch then smile like I'm not dull. And when she says I like your gloom, I light a match then leave the room. Enid's sweater is too bright, a carnival against my night. But somehow in her clash and cheer, she holds the dark, I won't go near. Her chaos makes my silence hum, and in her mess I come undone. Don't tell her please, it's not polite, but I stay close to borrow light. She paints her nails in sherbet tones, then touches hearts like skipping stones. I envy her unfiltered glow, the way she loves without a no. I write my walls in cursive grief, she breaks them down in disbelief. And though I hiss and curse the sun, she's still the storm I never run. She said, "You don't scare me." I said, "You should." She laughed like rain on birthday cake, and somehow I understood. In its sweater burns too near, but not enough to disappear. I dress in dark to feel control. She dresses light and calls me whole. And though I hide behind the screen, she's the brightest thing I've seen. Let her dance, let her ignite. I'll guard her flame through every night. She wears chaos like perfume. I breathe it in, but never let her know. There's a cello in my chest, not a heart, just strings and rest. It hums in dusk, it moans at dawn, a song too raw to carry on. No metronome can cage its sound. It plays when no one is around. A solo piece of grief and grace vibrates through ribs I can't replace. Some hear it soft, a lullaby, but I know better, it's a cry. It weeps in rooms I dare not name, and sings through sorrow just the same. A note for every time I fell, a chord for all I'll never tell. I tune it daily just to cope. With every bow I stretch my hope. There's a cello in my chest, it plays regret and second guess. It echoes where my comfort died, and scores the tears I haven't cried. Don't ask me why I breathe so slow. It's hard to talk when strings still glow. I'm not cold, I'm not depressed, just heavy with this cello in my chest. Some march with drums or brass parades. I move through fog and minor shades, while others sleep to quiet skies. I dream in pitch that never dies. This cello isn't meant for crowds. Its notes get lost when played too loud. But if you sit and listen close, you'll hear the ache I trust the most. No doctor finds it on a scan, no x-ray shows where it began. But in the hush beneath my skin, the cello plays and pulls me in. There's a cello in my chest, it doesn't beg, it won't protest. But every time I try to speak, it plays the lines I'm scared to leak. So if I flinch or lose my breath, it's just the music underneath. I don't need help, I just need rest from holding tight this cello in my chest. It's not silence I seek, it's resonance. how to let go of grief. My notes are full of roots and rot. I write about what I am not. There's something dying in my jar, a stem that tried to be a star, but I forgot to water hope, so now it hangs like tired rope. I measure growth in broken pots, where nothing blooms, just compost thoughts. My soil is dry, my sun's too loud, but still I fake a leafy shroud. They said I'd flourish if I tried, but plants can't thrive if light is light. I reach for things I can't digest, my chlorophyll still second guessed. Got the botany class blues, where every bloom just finds its bruise. We talk of roots but never rain, how something grows inside the pain. Photosynthesis can lie, some flowers learn to wilt, not die. I don't need petals, I don't need praise, I just want out this windowed maze. The greenhouse smells like failed design, too neat, too clean, too serpentine. My fingers black with trying still, repeating dreams I didn't fill. They pass my handouts, graphs and care, but never ask if I'm still there. I nod along, pretend I get why daisies live while I forget. Maybe I'm not meant to bloom, just grow in corners, make more room. Even weeds can feel the breeze, even moss deserves some peace. Nothing fits and labels bruise. I want to root, but not in glass. I need wild soil, not just class. So don't correct my crooked stem. I'm not a rose, I'm not like them. I'll bloom alone, away from view, a quiet thing the world outgrew. I was never planted, right? There's a mirror in my room, but it stopped speaking back by noon. It holds a shape I almost knew, a ghost in shoes I outgrew. No smudge, no crack, no glass to blame, just silence framed without a name. I lean in close, I mouth hello. It swallows me in softened glow. I dressed in ways that others wore, played versions I forgot before. Each mask I wore began to stick till who I was became a trick. Now even shadows feel too sharp. They echo truths I once tore apart. I wish I knew which part is real, the one I hide or one I feel. Mirror with no reflection, why do I dissolve when I comply? I bend my edges just to fit, and lost my soul inside the script. You don't break me, you erase. With every glance I lose a face. So now I stare and quietly pray to someday see me on display. just dust in borrowed hands. I wonder if I ever lived or just performed what life forgives. Is this reflection truly mine, or just a loop on pause rewind? Maybe I'm not meant to see myself as whole or perfectly. Maybe mirrors never lied, they simply held what I denied. Mirror with no reflection, still a canvas waiting to be filled. I'll draw myself in tender lines, not what they carve between the signs. And if I flicker, if I fade, I'll leave behind the roles I played, till one day glass and I agree, and both reflect someone like me. If I disappear, does that count as clarity? I keep my smile in a velvet box, tucked between old love and paradox. It's polished once a week or so, but never worn for those who go. They call me cold, they call me stone, but I've learned how to walk alone. My grin's not broken, just well earned, too precious now to be returned. They want a face that says I'm fine, while bleeding slow in pastel lines. But I don't fake what I don't feel. I'd rather silence than unreal. I've laughed before and paid the price. Each giggle taxed, each joy I sliced. So now I gift no easy light. I wear the moon, not morning bright. The world doesn't deserve my smile. It's not a trick, it's not on trial. You don't get gold just 'cause you ask. I've masked too long to drop the mask. When kindness stings and joy's a fight, I save my light for sacred night. So if I grin, you'll know it's true. It's not for them, it's just for you. They told me warmth will win the war, but left me crying on the floor. So I became a storm in heels, too soft to break, too numb to kneel. My mirror smiles with something sad, a souvenir of what I had. It means I chose to spark the fight. And if you see it, don't let go. That smile is everything I know. Softer doesn't mean less strong. Some smiles take a lifetime long. Lipstick smudged along my jaw, a map of touch, a breaking law. You kissed like knives and velvet skin, not asking if you could begin. My breath held still, the lights were low. Your fingers moved like silent snow. We danced in sins without a name and called it love to dodge the blame. The sheets remember what we did, like chalk outlines we tried to rid. You carved your guilt into my thighs, then asked me why I always lie. I let you in with every bruise, then locked the door and left no clues. You said forever, I said sure, but swept the prints from every floor. Kiss me like a crime scene slow, leave evidence in undertow. Trace your sin in bitten lips, make my silence plead the fifth. We're not in love, we're just obsessed. Two fugitives in Sunday's dress. So mark me once but don't stay clean. Kiss me like a crime scene. You light a match, I hold the flame, then wonder why we're not the same. You keep your truths in broken locks, while I confess in paradox. Your voice still lingers on my ribs, like caution tape around the cribs. You stole my calm and left me raw, a shattered glass beneath the drawer. We never spoke in soft cliches, we traded blood for masquerades. And though your touch still haunts my sleep, it's not your love, it's what we keep. Kiss me like a crime scene wrong, where every pulse becomes a song. I'll bite your name into my grin and wear it like a second skin. No roses here, just gasoline. No happy and no in between. So kiss me quick, then disappear before the sirens find us here. This never happened, except in every scar. just rumors of something soft. I built a home in the cracks, between page flips and unsent texts, between the goodbye